Lance Armstrong, a Texan and a cancer survivor who won the Tour de France a record 7 times. But in recent years, doping rumors caught up to him.
Have you ever used performance-enhancing drugs?
Of course not. And I would be caught. I would never.
Officials stripped his titles and banned him from competitive cycling for life for doping. Last year, he came clean on national television.
Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
More than a year after Lance Armstrong's fall from grace, LiveStrong, the organization he founded to help other cancer patients and their families, is still trying to recover from a loss of faith and a drop in donations. In the last 4 years, annual donations are down nearly 40%, more than $12 million. Tonight, for the first time, LiveStrong CEO Doug Ullman and others take us along on the journey back.
We can't allow ourselves to be distracted by the past.
In February, LiveStrong CEO Doug Ullman and some friends scaled Mount Kilimanjaro, climbed to the very top.
It was a reset for me.
A reset after a very long year.
What has been the hardest thing for you personally?
The hardest thing has been watching the stress that has been put on the people here. Yeah, no.
Ullman took us on a tour of the modern, open, inspiring East Austin headquarters, where we noticed there are no photos of the man who started LiveStrong.
Your founder is Lance Armstrong, and he's still your biggest donor. Is that right?
It is. He's our largest single individual donor.
Did he ever take a salary from LiveStrong?
Never. Never asked for reimbursement. In fact, quite the opposite. The history of this organization is what it is. And we wouldn't be here talking today, and we wouldn't have the opportunity to serve millions of people were it not for Lance. And so I'm not going to shy away from that, and we're not going to shy away from that history.
This could be a big win for him.
But the history really hurt them. 26 of LiveStrong's 100 employees left in the year since Lance Armstrong admitted he lied about doping, although none of them said Lance's lies were their reason for leaving. But
my numbers are 2013 revenues overall are down $19.5 million, more than 40% over 2012. What do you attribute that to?
This organization for so long enjoyed this tremendous visibility and this cultural relevancy. And as a result of the events that have unfolded, you know, we may have lost some of that, or there may have been a sort of negative reaction to who we are and what we do.
Anticipating the drop in donations, the foundation cut some programs and chose not to renew a pilot program, offering cancer patients transportation to doctor's appointments.
As hard as it's been, we've got such opportunity ahead of us, and there are too many people whose lives depend on the work that we do.
People like Steve Wright.
I found out about the cancer in December of 2011.
Wright's children attend school just across the street from the LiveStrong building, so one day he went in.
I really believe that they saved my life, but that's only part of what they did. Once they saved it, then they helped me get it going again.
LiveStrong's Patient Navigation Center also provided emotional counseling for Steve and his family.
We also did men's groups. We did nutrition counseling. We did financial counseling. They tried to find money for co-pays for things that were coming up.
And how much did all of this cost you financially?
There was no charge for anything that LiveStrong did for me.
From the time that you woke up this morning till the time that you go to bed tonight, 4,000 Americans will hear the words, "You have cancer."
But the money has to come from somewhere. And the drop in donations means Doug Ullman does a lot of fundraising these days.
We think this chemotherapy would work.
Strategizing with his leadership team on a new crowdsourcing competition.
The Big C competition.
To generate innovations to improve the daily quality of life for people affected by cancer now. LiveStrong has a new corporate partner in Car2Go. MotoGP brand AGT Ray Racing recently announced LiveStrong as its new charity partner. And there are new individual donors too, like Austin attorney Adam Lowy, who pledged $25,000 to the organization.
When you look at organizations like this, the simple truth is they need money. And if they do not get money, they cannot deliver the services to the people that need them.
Lowy was moved to help, looking back on his grandmother's battle with melanoma skin cancer that ultimately took her life.
I just have very vivid memories of my grandmother being very lonely, and I wish this organization existed at the time.
The silver lining in all of this is that most people knew we focused on cancer, and most people knew the brand, but they didn't know about the free services we offered. But that's our opportunity going forward, is to talk about these great programs, and they resonate with people because cancer affects all of us.
In fact, that group of friends Ullman climbed Kilimanjaro with, they're all family members of someone with cancer or cancer survivors themselves. Doug Ullman is both.
We're super excited about the future. We respect the past and how difficult it has been, but our job and our responsibility to the people we serve is to look to the future.
Do you think the worst is behind you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
More than 82% of every dollar raised for Livestrong goes to actively support the organization's cancer programs and initiatives. Compare that to the industry standard 75%. And we checked with national nonprofit watchdog groups who tell us Livestrong is considered one of the top-rated nonprofits in the country. Robert?
Thank you, Shannon. We'll check out more of Livestrong by the numbers. Since its inception 17 years ago, the foundation has raised more than $525 million to improve the lives of people affected by cancer. They've served more than 2.8 million people with free cancer support programs and initiatives. Online now at KXAN.com, you'll find a link to programs provided free of charge from Livestrong to cancer patients and their families. And tonight here at 10 o'clock on KXAN News, we're looking specifically at where the drop in Livestrong donations is coming from and how the foundation is rebounding financially.